Hello, social media leaders, everybody watching my podcast, or sorry, this live stream, whether it's on social media or wherever you're seeing this. I just wanted to take about 3 to 5 minutes today to talk about resilience, and also putting a plug in. I'm going to put a plug in for service members as well. Resilience is extremely important. Uh, it's not just a trait, characteristic of somebody that's important, but it's also a critical skill. When I think of something as resilient, I think of a rubber band. I think of someone that can go through just about anything and endure pain, suffering, all kinds of moving pieces, and bounce back from it and be able to handle themselves in a way that is productive to the situation. When I think of a military person, I know that we had to do this all the time. So this is a skill that is constantly developed. When I look into the civilian workforce, I played that game too for about 3 years after I retired, and I noticed that it's a skill that needs to be developed. I think that if people take the time to talk about what is hard, what's going on, how people can be more resilient, how people can handle certain situations better, and just have conversations around what's good, bad, right, and wrong in the workplace, I think everyone will be better as a result of it. Resilience is not something that just happens. It is a skill just like anything else, like leadership, like building a habit. I mean, anything that is worth developing takes time. It's a skill. It's not something that we have from birth that is it's not a natural instinct to be resilient. There's a lack of resilience out there, in my opinion. And this can be, I agree. Talking about struggles makes you more resilient. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. And you're absolutely right. Now, not just talking about the struggle, but being intentional, not intentional, that's not even a word, intentional about making things better, about making processes better, about, making sure that if something needs to be addressed, that it's being addressed. Whenever you execute an operation, whether it's in the workplace or maybe it's an activity that you do with your family, take 5 to 10 minutes and talk about what went well, talk about what didn't go so well, talk about what can be sustained. So what types of things you would do um, again in that same situation, but also talk about with those things that didn't go so well, what types of things you can do to improve. In any military organization, they have something called an after action review, and that's all this is. It's being intentional about intention. Did I say intentional again? It's being intentional about making things better. And how this relates to resilience is that when somebody is struggling in a situation, you don't walk up to them and say, "Man, you really suck." No, you don't do that. You talk to them and say, "Hey, what do you think? What do you think went right about that? Do you feel like you handled that the right way?" And if they say no, ask them why, and then ask them what they would do differently, and then have a conversation around it. That is how you develop resilience into a person. If they don't know what went wrong, How are they going to take the necessary steps to make that sort of situation or themselves better if something like that were to happen again? And it doesn't matter what it is. It could be a confrontation that they had with a customer. It could be anything. Building resilience takes time, it takes training, it takes conversation. Human interaction is what it's all about. That's all I have to say for today. My name is JJ Hardy, Victory Leadership Coaching. I love my swag, man. Anyway, Victory Leadership Coaching, and I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed holiday season. Reach out to me if you want to talk to me. I love meeting new people. We can even turn each other into resilient people. Let's make this happen. Have a good day.